Academic Challenge, brought to you by Bowling Green State University and NBC 24. From the studios of WBGU TV, here's your host, Norm Van Ness.
And welcome to today's version of our Academic Challenge. As mentioned, we are here in Bowling Green, Ohio with our two competing schools for this particular competition. To my left, the students from Clyde High School, and to my right, the students from Findlay High School. Welcome to both teams and good luck in today's competition. Our first round is a typical game show buzz-in round. The round will last for 3 minutes. The first team to buzz in gets a chance to answer the question. Correct answers are worth positive 10 points, incorrect answers minus 10 points. They can buzz in at any time, and when they buzz in, the questioning will stop. So let's go ahead and get started with today's challenge between Clyde and Findlay. The clock will start with the first question. That first question is this: what is 888 divided by 2 plus 22? Clyde.
466.
466 is a correct answer. What TV show centers around oceanic flight number 8 Findlay?
Lost.
Lost is a correct answer. In what fictional universe will you find the rivers of Gondor? Clyde.
Middle Earth.
Middle Earth is a correct answer. Before becoming president, Bill Clinton was the governor of what state, Findlay?
Arkansas.
Arkansas is correct. Name the French chemist best known for demonstrating how to prevent milk and wine from Findlay.
Pasteur.
Pasteur is the correct answer. In what U.S. state are Buzzards Bay and Cape Cod Bay? Findlay.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts is correct. DeWolf Hopper gave what poem its first stage reading in 1888 at New York's Wallach Theater in the presence of the Chicago and New York baseball teams? Time's up on that question. The correct answer, Casey at Bat. In what musical will you find the songs My Favorite Things, Do Re Mi, Findlay?
Sound of Music.
Sound of Music is correct answer. Vocabulary under the letter S. Any of a superfamily of gigantic plant-eating, four-footed dinosaurs with a long neck and tail. Clyde.
Stegosaurus.
Incorrect. We were looking for sauropod. Based on academic qualities as well as those of character, what scholarships provide 2 years of study at the University of Oxford in England? Findlay.
Rhodes Scholarship.
Rhodes Scholarship is correct. According to legend, who founded Rome? Findlay.
Romulus.
Romulus and?
Remus.
Romulus and Remus is correct. Rainfall in the city was 20 inches one year, 11 inches the next, and 8 inches the third. What is the 3-year average? Clyde.
13 inches.
13 inches is a correct answer. Who wrote the novella Breakfast at Tiffany's? Findlay.
Truman Capote.
Truman Capote is correct. If you set sail from the extreme southern tip of Florida and head south, what's the first foreign country? Clyde.
Cuba.
Cuba is correct. What's the 5th planet from the sun? Clyde.
Saturn.
Saturn is incorrect. Jupiter is the 5th planet. Whose painting titled Guernica was painted?
Picasso.
Findlay. Picasso is a correct answer. Douglas MacArthur was relieved of command of U.S. troops during what war? Findlay.
Korean War.
The Korean War is correct. How many liters are in a megaliter? Findlay.
1 million.
1 million is a correct answer. What's the nickname of the sports teams at Wake Forest University? Clyde.
Demon Deacons.
Demon Deacons is correct. Vocabulary under the letter O. A figure of speech in which opposite or contradictory. Findlay.
Oxymoron.
Oxymoron is correct. And that is the end of our first round. Currently the score, Findlay ahead with 120 points. Clyde now behind at 30 points, but a chance to catch up when we move on to our volleyball round. That volleyball round and an introduction of our teams coming up right after this quick break. And welcome back to today's academic challenge, pitting the teams from Findlay High School and Clyde High School against each other. We're going to start up with our volleyball round, round 2 in today's competition here in just a couple of minutes. But first, we're going to meet today's teams. We're going to start on my left here with the students from Clyde High School. Introduce yourself and introduce the rest of your team.
I'm Kevin Langenfelder. This is Brianna Smolter, Vic Webster, and Luke Boyle.
All from Clyde High School. What grades are you currently in?
Freshman.
Sophomore.
Senior.
And a senior. Okay, very good. Let's meet our team now from Findlay High School. Introduce yourself and introduce your team.
I'm senior Chris Essinger. This is junior Michaela Morensic. Seniors John Sisser, Patrick McAdoo, Kim Maples, and our sophomore Jesse Eckert.
Jesse Eckert. Very good. Our team from Findlay. Findlay currently ahead in this round with 120 points compared to Clyde's 30 points that we have right now. Let's go ahead and quickly explain round 2. This is our volleyball round, and here's how it works. This is going to be another 3-minute round. The team will be asked a question. They get 10 points for a correct answer. If they are incorrect, the opposing team gets a chance to answer the same question. If they answer correctly, they get a bonus question. No more than 2 questions can be asked to any one team in one go. The team with the fewest points will go first. Currently, that is the team from Clyde. So, Clyde, this will be your first question in our volleyball round. In Alibaba and the 40 Thieves, what does Alibaba say to open the Cave of Gold?
Open Sesame.
Open Sesame is correct. Findlay, this one for you. Starting north and moving south, name in order the 3 states along the west coast of the United States.
Washington, Oregon, and California.
Washington, Oregon, California is correct. Back over to Clyde. What play by Thornton Wilder is set in the fictional town of Grover's Corners, New Hampshire? Time's up on that question. Findlay, a chance to steal the question.
Our town.
Our town is correct. Next question, going back to Findlay. What is the number called from a set of data that occurs with the greatest frequency?
Mode.
Mode is a correct answer. Back over to Clyde. What do you call the shallow cylindrical dish used for culture of microorganisms?
Petri dish.
Petri dish is a correct answer. Findlay, who was killed by FBI agents in July of 1934 outside Chicago's Biograph Theater, supposedly on a trip from The Lady in Red?
Al Capone.
Al Capone is incorrect. Clyde, a chance to steal that question.
Tony Montana.
That is incorrect. We were looking for John Dillinger. This question then, back to Clyde. What was the last chapter of a book often called in which the writer brings the story to a close? No answer from Clyde. Findlay, a chance to steal.
Epilogue.
Epilogue is correct. Next question, back to Findlay. Name the actor whose 1984 film debut was A Nightmare on Elm Street, but who's also known for his second film, Edward Scissorhands.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp is correct. Back over to Clyde. Which amendment to the U.S. Constitution prevents the government from housing troops in private homes during peacetime?
Quartering.
Which amendment?
Second.
That is incorrect. Findlay, back over to you.
4th.
It was the 3rd. We were looking for the 3rd. Findlay, this question will then be for you. Soil and rock are said to be what if water can pass through them?
Porous.
Porous is incorrect. Clyde, a chance for you. We were looking for permeable. Permeable, what we were looking for. Back to Clyde. Vocabulary under the letter F. To form by heating and hammering. Beat into shape.
Forge.
Forge is a correct answer. Findlay, this question for you. What Judith Guest novel is about a boy's life after trying to commit suicide? No answer from Findlay. Clyde, a chance to steal. Ordinary people, what we were looking for. This question then back to Clyde. What is the northernmost of the 5 major circles of latitude that mark maps of the Earth?
Arctic Circle.
Arctic Circle is a correct answer, and that is the final question of our volleyball round. Currently the score, Findlay 170, Clyde sitting at 60. A chance to catch up, though, in our lightning round, and that lightning round comes up right after another quick break. Please stay with us. And welcome back to today's academic challenge between the schools from Findlay and Clyde. Currently with a 100-point lead, Findlay out in front as we enter our third round, this being the lightning round. We'll explain quickly how our lightning round works. This is going to be another 3-minute round. One team will get a chance to answer as many questions as they can within that 3-minute time limit. Any correct answer is worth 10 points. Negative answers are not penalized, and the team with the fewest points goes first. That is going to be Clyde. We let them pick which bank of questions they wanted, either A and B, during the break, and they picked packet B. So Clyde High School, as many questions as you can answer in 3 minutes. The clock will start with your first question. In what European country will you find the cities of Gdansk and Krakow?
Germany.
Germany is incorrect. We're looking for Poland. Who was the president of the Confederate States of America?
Jefferson Adams.
Jefferson Davis.
Jefferson Adams was the first answer. We got to take the first one, but it was Jefferson Davis. Next question. What body part covers the iris, pupil, and anterior chamber and provides most of the eye's optical power?
Retina.
Incorrect. We're looking for the cornea. What was Mario Puzo's most popular book?
Pass.
The Godfather is what we were looking for. Who hosts The Tonight Show?
Jay Leno.
Jay Leno is correct. What's 50% of 900 plus 51?
501.
501 is correct. What's the capital of Maryland?
Annapolis.
Annapolis is a correct answer. Who gained notoriety for his role as John C. Fremont's guide in the American West?
Pass.
Kit Carson is what we were looking for. What is the chemical symbol for potassium?
K.
K is correct. In what U.S. state is the Johnson Space Center?
Texas.
Texas is correct. What is the study of the nature of the divine?
Theology.
Theology would be correct. Who wrote Super Fudge and Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing?
Judy Bloom.
Judy Bloom is correct. Which of the following archipelagos is located in the Pacific Ocean? Bermuda, the Canaries, the Falklands, or the Solomons?
Solomons.
Solomons would be correct. Spell archipelagos.
Archipelagos.
That is incorrect. We'll move on to our next question. The vocabulary under the letter N. A list of people who have died within a certain period, as that in a newspaper.
Pass.
Necrology. What band was formed in Seattle in 1987 by guitarist Jerry Cantrell and vocalist Lane Staley?
Pass.
Alice in Chains we were looking for. Who was exiled to St. Helena after the Battle of Waterloo? Napoleon is correct. Two non-parallel lines that do not intersect are called what?
Skew lines.
Skew lines is correct. What's the general term for any animal that feeds chiefly on grass or other plants?
Herbivore.
Herbivores is correct. In what novel will you find the character Boo Radley?
To Kill a Mockingbird.
To Kill a Mockingbird is correct. What was the code name during World War II of the U.S. effort to build the atomic bomb?
The Manhattan Project.
Manhattan Project is correct. What is the Buddhist concept that means being free from mind contaminants such as lust, anger, or craving, a state of inner peace?
Enlightenment.
Incorrect. We're looking for nirvana. What is the measure of the disorder of randomness of the particles? And that ends our lightning round for Clyde High School. Now up to 200 points. Currently a 30-point lead on Findlay High School. Findlay, you guys get the same deal. 3 minutes to answer as many questions as you can, and the clock will start with your first question. What is the largest city in New Jersey?
Newark.
Newark is correct. What classic novel tells the story of Winston Smith and his degradation by the totalitarian state in which he lives?
1984.
1984 is correct. What is the chemical symbol for tungsten?
TK.
Incorrect. We're looking for W. Before Benedict XVI became Pope, he was a cardinal from what country?
Germany.
Germany is correct. What band's first hit single was Smells Like Teen Spirit?
Nirvana.
Nirvana is correct. 6 centimeters equals how many millimeters?
60.
60 is correct. What is the capital of Norway?
Oslo.
Oslo is correct. From whose trial is this famous quote? If the glove doesn't fit, you must...
Simpson.
O.J. Simpson is correct. Name the World War II historian who authored Citizen Soldiers and Band of Brothers.
Pass.
Stephen Ambrose, the answer we were looking for. What is the red pigment of blood whose major function is the transport of oxygen? Hemoglobin is a correct answer. If you're able to use both hands with equal ease, ambidextrous is correct. Spell ambidextrous.
AMBRIDEXTRIOUS.
That is incorrect. What was the first major U.S. Civil War battle after the attack on Fort Sumter?
Bull Run.
Bull Run is correct. Which of the following states is not considered an Appalachian state? Georgia, Delaware, North Carolina, or Virginia?
Delaware.
Delaware is correct. Roger Kahn's book, The Boys of Summer, tells the story of what team?
New York Yankees.
Incorrect. The Brooklyn Dodgers. Vocabulary under the letter A. Any of several divisions of simple organisms often found in water or damp places.
Amphibia.
We're looking for algae. Who wrote The Legend of Sleepy Hollow?
Irving.
Irving or Washington Irving, that is acceptable. What kind of energy is energy that matter possesses because of its motion?
Kinetic.
Kinetic energy is correct. What are the first and last letters of the Greek alphabet?
Alpha and Omega.
Alpha and Omega is correct. Name the Democratic challenger who was defeated by George Bush in the 2004...
Al Gore.
Incorrect. We're looking for John Kerry. What is the numerical equivalent of the Roman numerals CCIV?
204.
204 is correct. Saxony is the westernmost federal state of what country?
Germany.
Germany is correct. Who devised the theory of relativity?
Albert Einstein.
Einstein is correct. What show has been a Saturday night staple on NBC since October? Did not get the answer before the bell, so we will not count. That is not an answer. We are currently sitting with a score, Findlay High School at 340, Clyde High School sitting at 200, but we're not done yet. We have our final challenge, and that comes up after this quick break. And we are back, and we thank you for sticking with us here in today's academic challenge, pitting the schools from Findlay and Clyde High Schools against each other. Currently, Findlay out to a very good lead at 340 points. Clyde trailing at 200, but a chance to make it up here in our final challenge. The winner of today's round will go on to play St. Francis and win for a chance to advance to our final 8 teams in this round of academic challenge. Now in this round, this is going to be our final challenge, another 3-minute round. This one is another buzzer round, so buzzers in hands from both teams. A correct answer is going to be worth 10 points. An incorrect question will be finished for the other team. So if one team buzzes in before the question's finished, the opposing team, if they get the question incorrect, the opposing team will get a chance to hear the rest of the question before entering. So we are ready, guys, to start our final challenge. 3 minutes on the clock, and it will begin with our first question. What city flooded on May 13th, 1889, after the dam on the South Fork River collapsed during a heavy rainfall? No answer from either team. We were looking for Johnstown. What's it called when 2 bacteria exchange genetic information? Clyde.
Transmission.
Transmission is incorrect. You guys want to Conjugation is correct. Our next question. So that will be 10 points for Findlay. Adrian bought a dozen roses at $1.50 a piece. How much did she pay for the roses? Findlay.
$18.
$18 is correct. In what city will you find the CNN Center? Findlay.
Seattle.
Seattle is incorrect. Clyde, you got a chance.
New York.
New York is incorrect. We were looking for Atlanta. Recite the first 2 lines of the poem Midnight Ride of Paul Revere. No answer. Listen, my children, and you shall hear of the Midnight Ride of Paul Revere would have been the correct answer. Our next question. What's the term for the power of a government to take private property for a public use? Findlay?
Eminent domain.
Eminent domain is a correct answer. What's the capital of Idaho? Clyde.
Boise.
Boise is correct. Vocabulary under the letter U. The capacity of being or seeming to be everywhere at the same time. Finley.
Ubiquitous.
Ubiquity or ubiquitous, I think we can accept that. Our next question will be this. What's the nickname of Prince Henry of Portugal, who in the mid-1400s sent his sailors farther and farther south along Africa's west coast? No answer. We were looking for the navigator. Our next question. What kind of electrons are on the outermost electron? Finley.
Balance.
Valence electrons is correct. What's the grammatical term for a complex vowel sound made by gliding? Finley.
Diphthong.
Diphthong is a correct answer. What's the old man's name in The Old Man and the Sea? Clyde.
Santiago.
Santiago is a correct answer. Who was the British Prime Minister that signed the Munich Agreement with Hitler in September of 19... Finlay.
Chamberlain.
Neville Chamberlain is a correct answer. What Led Zeppelin song off the band's fourth album continues to top many lists as the
Stairway to Heaven.
Stairway to Heaven is correct. Denver is in what time zone? Clyde.
Mountain.
Mountain Standard Time is correct. How many ounces are in 3 pounds? Finley.
24.
Incorrect. Clyde, a chance.
48.
48. One more question. Okay, we're done. That is it. Our final score today. Finlay racking up 410 points. Clyde coming in with 250. That gives Finlay the chance to advance to take on St. Francis in our next round. Thank you today for being here and watching our academic challenge, and we want to thank both teams from Findlay and from Clyde High Schools for participating in today's game. Thanks again for watching our academic challenge.